Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about our MarginX AI bots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I quite fun as in we just launched. I mean, the ETA of launching the AI bots trading pool is on 12 o'clock. This afternoon. Then I think 1,000 allocation just been bought out like within, I don't know, 15 minutes or 10 minutes kind.
Yeah,
So
it's exciting.
yeah, so I was a bit surprised, and then I was like, wow. I mean, looks like our community and users, they are really looking forward to this AI bot trading. So yeah, and then I guess at least we should to let them know what is it about, and to see the potential, and you probably also the limitations of this AI bot trading pool about. So yeah.
Yeah. First of
And
all,
then
First of all, I think I want to say that it's pretty exciting, right? That everyone is still hyped up with AI training bots. I mean, with all the things that's happening around ChatGPT and all the hype about AI, it helps. But I think AI trading is also sort of the future. And I think, especially in the blockchain space, it's just going to get more and more popular. So it's really good that we see that the community is so excited about this, and it's also one of those people who believe in AI. Yeah.
Yeah, I think before we dive into AI bots, I guess I know you guys. I mean, we actually post a pretty long articles on our forum, the Starscam forum, about the mechanics and what is it about. So but it is a rather long article. So I don't think a lot of people will actually some good time to really digest it. So I guess I just split it. Give some basic information about what is that bot. So basically, you can see this AI trading bots as a fund or broker. So when I mean, in traditional finance, right? So you have mutual funds or trust funds. So you can see that this AI bots is like a fund manager that helps you to manage your fund, but instead of doing those yield mining or farming stuff, so they help you to they basically manage your funds to do trading, and you share the risks and rewards together. And other than the other funds manager actively on crypto space, the one of the I think the highlights is they provide a insurance funds. So this insurance fund said if the losses exceeds a certain threshold, then the fund managers will use up his funds to compensate the user. So let's say the threshold is 10%. So if unfortunately, if the bots or the fund manager lost 9%, then the participants need to suffer from that 9%. But what if the fund manager lost 15%? Then the extra 5% that exceeded the threshold will be compensated by from the pocket of the fund manager. So I mean, this mechanic is to prevent the fund managers to over leverage or even taking too high risk activities and trading. Yeah,
I think it's a very, very good move, right? Because I think we want to provide opportunity to risk for a bit of a risk appetite for people who wants to. It's a bit like purchasing into the certain kind of financial product, and also purchasing into sort of like a mutual fund, and we want to encourage people to take up that risk in a bull market. But at the same time, I think what you just mentioned is very good, because we also protect them from potential losses with insurance, and it gives a lot of confidence to the users.
Yeah.
And I also want to say a bit about the AI, right? Because I have a background in data science, AI, and machine learning. Like there are a lot of AI bots out there, and sometimes like not all AI bots are the same, right? Not all
Of
AI
course,
bots.
of course.
Yeah. So AI bots, whether they're better or worse, it really depends on the models, the kind of whether they're using deep learning, or is it using more sort of like a machine learning kind of strategy, like gradient boosting methods. And one very important aspect of AI and machine learning is that it has to gather data, and so these bots will get better and better and better. And
Really?
initially, yeah, it will, right? Because I mean, especially in terms of reinforcement learning, it will. So initially, it might make a few wrong trades, and then you start to get better and better. He knows, he learns from, and hopefully the whole idea of the AI is that but by the end of we hope that at the very first instance you perform very well lah, right? But what we do know is that over a longer term, the AI will learn a lot more better than humans, and it will start trading much better than humans. So I myself play around with some of the AI bots. I play around with it, and AI bots is really amazing. It can predict certain price movements that like for me, I look at it, I have no idea why the price move in certain direction, but they say that yeah, I think it's going to go up by 1 percentage point, and so it's actually quite amazing. But I think it's also good for people to know that there are different types of AIs out there, and then AIs actually take some time to learn from the data set that they have seen. Obviously, it will be trained with previous data sets before, but the more data, the better it is, lah, right? And given the fact that Margin only started about just a few months ago, I think the amount of data that we have there for the machine learning to learn is a bit limited. But we shall see. We shall see how well that bot do, and I'm very optimistic about it, lah. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess one of the reasons, like, people might, or our audience might wondering, like, we just launched our Maker liquidity pool last month, or last epoch, and then we launched the AI bots, which is active traders trading bots this epoch. So I guess the basic idea is we know we don't have, if you want to become a professional trader, it takes time and years of experience of doing that. But normal people like me, I don't know you, Shins, but we don't have much time on spent on trading. So my idea is, why don't we build something like that, then let the pros handles the trade for us. So what we need to do is just take the funds of these funds to to let the pros handle for us. And but some people like me, I think bankers will always wins, right? So I would rather put my funds on maker side. But some other people, they would like to take their odds, like they think the bull market is coming, then I think the player, which is the trader, will earn more profit. So some other people might think the other way. So that's the idea why we create these two mechanics, or these two pools, to attract different type of users, or audience. So these are the ideas. And then obviously we will try to implement more strategies, and embrace more funds, more fund managers kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So in the sense of trading, I guess Danny, you and I, we are a bit different. Like you did mention you like to be on the maker side. I personally like to be on the taker side. But that's perfectly fine. I think what you pointed out earlier is a very good point, that I think the future of trading, it's no longer like an individual going on YouTube or whatever, learn about the trades for 6 months or 9 months, and then in that process loses a lot of money. I think the future of trade, especially in blockchain, where everyone who's in the blockchain sphere is very tech savvy, the future here in trading, especially in the blockchain, will be what we are doing right now, which is basically having different strategies, well-known strategies. And no strategy is foolproof, right? Let's be honest about it. No strategies are foolproof. But the idea is that there are a lot of professionals, as you mentioned, who have actually take months to investigate, research, develop the AI, and the idea is that you follow them into their strategy, right? You build upon their experience, and strategies, and try to profit out of their strategy. I definitely can see this being a trend, and I'm really happy that MarginX is right up there, together with if not, we are one of the dexes at the forefront of this kind of things that offer this kind of services. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if we look at statistics, right? So if you look at Nasdaq or even NYSE, right? So if you look at those traditional exchange market, right? And basically 90%, or even I guess 95% of the trading volume actually came from the institutions, or the bots rather. So I
True.
mean, if we, yeah, right. So if we, I mean, I guess even on Binance, or even on GMX, or even on DIDX, I guess the 90 probably 98% or 99% of the trading volume was being was generated by like Jump Crypto, like Alameda, these kind of institutions. And and then the other way around is, you just need to let the right people, or the fine people, to help you to handle it. And I guess we are on the, I guess these are the things that we really want to lower the bar for mass adoptions.
Correct. Yeah, and I think if this is so successful, right? I mean, at least from the point from take up the speed of it being taken up, um, having it being so popular, we should definitely look forward to many more of such strategies, and it's very encouraging lah. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect this, as in like I was afraid like, wow, people were wondering like what is AI bots like, because I personally don't see any like active trading bots or pools like ours before. Like GMX is pretty popular these days, and GNS, the game network, was also pretty popular these days, but they are famous for their GLP or the GDI, which is the maker pool. And yeah, I mean, I actually suspect that their trading volume is like few hundred million or even billions a day. And I actually, and then if you look at their transaction data, is their active wallet address trading is only few hundreds. So I mean, I seriously don't believe that they are retails, right? I I suspect that, like, bot trading, I think is a common thing, and let professional handles the professional things. I think is always the right things to do. So so it's just, I think MarginX is the only or one of the first few to like to come out and say, come on man, I mean, we have this kind of products. Don't you just pick your side, right? Maker or taker, trader or banker. This kind of thing. So we really want to lower the bar, and to see how can we make the trading, especially blockchain trading, to the next level.
Yeah, and I just want to digress a bit, right? Not just talk about MarginX, but talking about AI in general, right? Like, actually, to build a AI bot for trading, just to share my personal experience, there's actually a lot of even if, let's say, the AI, let's say even if there's no AI, right? The fact that when we try to trade on any when we try to trade at all, we actually need to get all the data at one point, right? Most people would able to, with the graphing techniques, they can put what, like 3 or 4 indicators, maybe 5 or 6 like maximum lah. After that, your whole screen becomes like a jungle already. You do not know what's going on. So even just by that, right? Just by the fact that if you use a computer, even if it doesn't have intelligence, like just artificial, just the just a part, just the computing part, it's already very powerful, because we can actually compute multiple technical indicators, we take in multiple technical indicators into considerations. And then we also have the fact, like, for example, a lot of traders, they actually use what we call imbalance bars. Basically, what that means is that they actually don't look at time bars, because in all exchanges, all the candlesticks are typically what we call time bars, right? Every 1 minute, there's one bar with OHLC, every 1 hour, or every 4 hour, every 1 day. But trades trends do not follow this kind of static time bars, right? So actually, a lot of people start to develop what they call imbalance bars, which is basically or volume bars, or which basically say that I create one candlestick whenever there's like a $1 million transaction, that kind of thing. Again, these kind of things are very difficult to do manually without computers. So even I just want to point out that even without much intelligence, just by manipulating the data into a more edible format itself can actually greatly enhance your trading success rate. And I mean, I can go on this for quite some time, then this might kind of
Yeah.
but we'll leave that to another time. Maybe one other time we can come down, if there are sufficient interest in this area, right? If everyone posts and say that I want to hear this, I really don't mind sharing more about using AI in trading. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I believe the interests are there, that it's just people needs to do some research before they can have this kind of deep research or a discussion with you, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. So I don't know whether, like, then basically we launched a AI bots, and I mean, we didn't really publicize it. I would say it's just within our community, and although the size is 50,000, which is not a lot, but able to max out or throw out the allocations within 10 or 15 minutes is exciting, I would say.
It's impressive.
So yeah. Even I don't know. I read the our Telegram. Then some of the community actually, they were surprised, like, wow, that was fast. And
some of them complain lah. Some of them complain, say, like, if hasn't transferred yet, already gone already.
Yeah.
Full.
So yeah, I mean, we probably wait for next time, right? Next epoch, or
Yeah, yeah.
next
This
thing.
this
So
this won't be the last one, that's for sure.
yeah. I mean, this is like we wrote on our forum saying that this is a experiment or rather beta version. So we see how it goes, and well, and the market I think is flying soon, or is flying already. So yeah, I mean we shall observe this AI bots closely and see the performance. And
Sure.
I think one last thing is we don't really own this AI bots. We don't really develop or manage it. This, I mean, this is like the disclaimer. So everything just not try not to go back to us saying, hey, Shin develop this, and anything issues, then you should be the blame. So like I said, this is our first of a kind of we share profit and loss and risk and rewards together. So
Sure.
if it makes money, then we share it. But if not, then
If you don't make money, I think there will be better bots coming in. Again, I said, like, on and trading, no strategy is foolproof. But I think no matter how, I think it's still better than people who trades blindly, right? I think bots, yeah, like I said, consider a lot of multitudes of factors and predictors. Um, so I'm cautiously optimistic that if it does not perform well, it's more of a situation where it doesn't perform well rather than it performs badly, right? Not well enough. Disappointment in the form that it didn't perform well enough rather than it performs badly.
yeah, agree.
Yeah. Okay,
So
cool.
I guess is there any questions you guys want to ask us, like the audience? So
Yeah, if there's any questions, and as I mentioned, like, if among the audience, like to hear me talking about AI, yeah, my previous life, right, is in AI and data science. So you want to talk about AI in trading, I'm more than happy to do that. Or if there are anyone from the audience who wants to know more about our offerings on that we just launched today, can I unmute yourself? If not, Danny, shall we call it a day?
yeah, sure. So just if you have any questions, you can just PM us, or leave your message on under MarginX Telegram Twitter account, and yeah, we'll see, we'll answer you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you
All
very
right.
much,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Thank you, have a good
Always
day.
nice talking to you. See you
Nice,
later.
nice. See
Bye.
ya, bye.